guys, just about to go and see Terrifier 1 and 2, a double bill on the iSense screen at Odeon Cinema. iSense is just another name for IMAX, really. And going with my friend Jamie today. He's never actually seen the Terrifier movies before, so it should be fun to see his reaction. I don't know how bad he is with the gore or anything, but there's definitely two major kills in each of these films that I'm going to keep my eye on him for, because, man, they're some of the best slasher kills I've ever seen. Now, I do actually own this on Blu-ray, the double bill here, the Deadly Duo as it's called, but I don't know, there's just something about seeing this on the big screen, all in anticipation for the release of Terrifier 3, just in a couple of weeks there. And if I've got time, I will review both of these movies on the channel, but today I'm going to take you to a local cinema trip, and we'll give our reaction after the movie, the both of us. So I hope he enjoys the films. I know the second one is very long compared to the first, and I just hope I can stay awake, because these days I'm really tired when it gets late with having two kids, but I'm sure I can do it. I went to see Strange Darling last week at 9:30 and stayed awake for the whole thing. So I'm really looking forward to this. Gonna get some snacks and stuff, so let's go. Okay, let's go. So I think I left mine at 19:09. Our boss is there. So that's how long it takes me to get to the cinema, which is just over there with the Costa coffee attached. So you can zoom in. There's the Odeon, Luke's recliner there. So yeah, just gotta get some snacks first though. So I am actually gonna go into B&M, not only because it's cheaper, without sounding like a cheapskate, but they've actually got better selection, so we've got to get them. Share bag, but don't think I'll be sharing. Here's Jamie now, getting in his usual spot. Don't know if you can see his big grin there. Odeon Luke's, iSense baby, let's go. Can't wait to see Art tear shit up. Whew. Let's go. So excited. Right, so just having a little interval now for about 15-20 minutes, but we'll just watch the first film. So Jay, before I ask you what you think, I'd just like to say thank you to that hero in the cinema who told that person to turn the phone off at the very start, because we just knew there was not going to be any messing around in there. So someone took a picture at the start and someone went, "Turn your phone off."
You said it about 3-4 times.
Yeah, told them about 3 or 4 times to turn the phone off, so we knew no one would be talking in there with that guy. Yeah. So Jay, what did you think of Terrifier on your first watch?
I was distracted with the sound effects. I think like it was constant, you know, like the water dripping, like it was like a tap, like constantly, and then the sound of like metal. And I think they've done a very good job with like the sound effects for the majority of the film. Like some of it got a bit annoying because it was repetitive, but I did enjoy it. Yeah. And what did you think about the clown himself? Yeah, he had his moments. You know, I think it was the sound. Like I said, some of it would be noisy, like it makes you jump a little bit, but he was funny, like. Yeah.
I noticed this time around, there's not much of a story there. It's just basically for kills, isn't it? I think the second one, which we're going into in a minute, got a bit more of a story, but it is just to showcase Art's violence, basically. I really like the way he doesn't make a noise at all. Like, when that woman stabbed him in the foot with the nail, he just like let out a silent scream and stuff, because he was a mime artist, isn't he? But
yeah, I like the way he didn't take his time killing them. He was like straight to the point on some of them. Yeah. Especially with when he got his gun out to start to shooting, so yeah, it wasn't one of them films that just drag on a kill.
Yeah. Okay, so just before we go into the second one, I just want to know, what did you think of the hacksaw kill? Because that was my favourite part of the film.
I thought it was a very sharp knife or whatever, because he got through the body pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's right. So we're going to give our thoughts after Terrifier 2 in a minute, but yeah, not a bad film. I think it's a 3 out of 5 movie, but
same.
I do like the second one more, so we'll see what Jamie thinks of the second one, so see you in a bit. Okay, so we are out Terrifier 2 and Terrifier 1, but obviously you got our thoughts on the first one. So Jamie, I'll just make it easy this time. Instead of asking what you thought of it, I'll just start. What did you think? What was your positives with Terrifier 2?
It was good the way they done a bit like Stranger Things, the story behind it.
Yeah, like the more fantasy element sort of thing.
Like, I felt like I had more to a story than just stuck in a hotel room or like the building.
Yeah, and the kills in this one, did you like them? What did you think of the bedroom kill? Because that's what everyone talked about when talking about this movie, because it goes on for a little bit.
Yeah, so I thought Mike Myers was hard to kill, but then Ali turned up and she just wouldn't die, was she?
So overall, did you think this was better than the first one, or?
Yeah, I'd probably say it was 3.5 out of 5, the first one was 3. But I think it was just a bit too far-fetched and a bit too, like,
so we'll get onto the negatives then. So there was too much compacted into it, do you think?
Yeah, I felt like it kind of dragged on a little bit, the story. And I felt like I needed more kills or more spontaneous stuff. He was a bit funny in it, like with the sweets in the head and stuff like that, giving out to the kids and stuff.
Yeah, when he smacked that kid's hand out the way, the fat kid, when he was trying to take too many.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked how funny he was in the store as well, when he's putting sunglasses on and stuff. But yeah, so overall, Jay, are you going to go and see the third one?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. Okay, so that was just Jamie's quick reactions, thoughts to both films. I quite enjoyed that double bill, but when I go home, I'm going to record like a little 5-minute summary of my full thoughts about the two movies as a whole. So Jay, thanks for doing this. I know you don't really go on camera talking about movies too much, but thanks for giving your thoughts, mate. Yeah, so Jay's my cinema buddy, so we go and see a lot of films together. So alright guys, see you in a bit.
Hey there guys, so I'm recording in a totally different place today. It's 12 o'clock at night and my 2 boys and my wife are in bed. So I just thought I'd record it here. This is no notes written down or anything here, just my off-the-cuff summary of Terrifier 1 and 2. So I have seen these movies before, obviously, but to go and see them on the big screen was a joy, to be honest. And I don't think they're perfect films or anything like that, but as a slasher fan, this is my type of vibe, really. So, the first movie, revisiting that, I do think it's... You can feel a low budget, put it that way. You can tell it's Damien Lowe's sort of first film. I know he'd made a short and was involved in All Hallows Eve and stuff before that, but you can tell. I mean, it's a really getting himself off the ground type of movie, but it's really just a showcase of Art the Clown, really. There's not much story in there. I don't think there's any end goal, really. And it feels a little bit messy at times, especially with the lone survivor who's getting interviewed at the start of the movie and the end, and it only really comes together a little bit more in the second one. Also, the woman who's got like the doll as a child and stuff, didn't like that part of the story at all, but it is where it shines, is with Art the Clown and the 2 girls at the start of the movie, I think, who, spoiler warning, are eventually killed off, and it goes to a different final girl there. But no, the kills are really where it's at. That kill where he hacksaws that girl in half and then takes a selfie after it is one of my favourite slash kills of all time. And I forgot how brutal the other kill was, where he sticks the knife in that guy's head and saws his head off. I mean, it's like, I totally forgot about that, really. So it is a bloody mess, and you can have a lot of fun with Art the Clown here. In the second one, I do think that it is a little bit better in production value. It looks better. It's got a nicer shine to it. Goes back to the 80s retro vibe that Damien Leone probably grew up in. I was getting a lot of Elm Street 3 vibes, especially when Sienna was making that outfit. And it kind of reminded me of Kristen in Elm Street 3, where she's making the dollhouse with the 80s music in the background and stuff like that. I think, weirdly, this one is a better paced, even though it's totally longer. It's like 40 minutes longer. Although the third act does drag a little bit. There's just always something going on in this movie. I think Lauren Rivera is brilliant in this. There's definitely more characters that you can relate to in this one, mainly involving Kay and Elliot Farnham's character. Jonathan.
He wants to dress up as a real guy who murdered 9 people last year. Oh, you're not doing that?
But yeah, like I said, this was a real blast on the big screen. A lot of people were just laughing, especially more in the second movie where Art the Clown is doing all these, these weird facial expressions, the way he's putting sunglasses on. One moment that really made me laugh in this film is where the guy who works in the costume shop bangs on the counter and says, "You've got to leave," and Art the Clown kind of looks up and goes like he's got a fright and stuff. And when he's smacking the kid who takes too much candy, the fat kid, I thought that was hilarious. But it's all like dark comedy. It's like it makes you awkward laugh, if you get me. And that kill scene in the bedroom obviously is insane. But to summarize both movies, I think Damien Leone is really, you can see that there is more lore to be expanded here. So the first movie is kind of just straightforward. The second one takes a few elements from the first, like the woman who's getting interviewed, the lone survivor, Victoria, and brings that one into the movie, expands that a little bit. But there's a lot more fantasy in the second film, so I think he's making room for all this to be explained. I do think there's something more we may find out in Terrifier 3 to do with Sienna and Jonathan's father. I hope we get more of that. I think he's going to have more links to Art the Clown and where he come from. But I just think Damien Leone has done really well here on such a shoestring budget. I think the second movie cost £200,000. Can't remember how much the first one cost, but obviously it must be less. And for him to build this little mini world in horror, I think he's done a fine job. And obviously Terrifier 3 is the budget's going to be into the millions there. I can't wait for it. And this could really pan out to be a very strong horror franchise when it's all said and done. I mean, I know we're already getting Terrifier 4, but I just think Art the Clown is a fantastic new slasher icon, really. So yeah, I had a really good time with Terrifier, the double bill at the cinema. It was a long one, but I was always having fun. I was never bored. I never wanted to leave or anything like that. And the crowd seemed to have a fun time as well. So I hope you all kind of enjoyed this little random video I've done here. I've never really done a cinema visit or anything. So maybe next time I do one of these, if you want more, I'll probably do a little bit more filming and stuff. Let me know how this video goes, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. And what do you think of Terrifier 1 and 2? Are you looking forward to part 3? I'll definitely be reviewing part 3 on the channel. Hopefully I'll squeeze reviews in for these two as well before that, but I'll definitely be reviewing the third one for sure. So let me know what you think, guys, of this video and the movies. Leave a comment and I'll get back to you all, I promise. Thanks so much. You take care, and I'll see you on the next video.